So how do wind farms consult, implement and monitor WHS issues so all staff can contribute? There are various ways available at different times that support the implementation, monitoring and consultation of wind farm WHS issues. Initial implementation occurs with the site induction. What can you expect during an induction briefing or orientation session? All wind farm operations in Australia are subject to environmental regulation under both Commonwealth and state legislation that require employees to obey applicable laws, regulations, rules and other instructions and to follow lawful directions. One way in which companies put this into action is through an induction briefing that all visitors undertake or lengthier orientation training for new staff. Generally, training raises awareness of potential and known hazards that may exist on the site and relevant procedures to be followed to maximise safety. Orientation typically includes the following, though this is not all-inclusive: awareness of the organisational mission statement. Induction typically also covers compliance requirements for applicable regulations for the environment and WHS and covers policies and rules and record-keeping responsibilities. A typical feature is employee responsibilities, site rules of personal safety and general site conduct expectations, job safety analysis and field level risk assessment processes, and site-specific instructions, for example major hazards, no-go zones. An important part of the induction process is the identification, required competencies and reporting of hazards as they relate to electrical safety, compressed gas cylinders, hand and portable tools, ladders and scaffolding, welding, burning, cutting and working at heights. New employees are typically informed on hazard communication and relevant work process requirements. This may include information on safety data sheets, incident reporting, observation safety programs, use of labels such as lockout, tagout, hazardous energy controls, and other warning methods such as barricades and so on. Another important aspect of the induction process is to familiarise new staff on emergencies. This includes general emergency response and evacuation procedures, warning and evacuation signals, fire prevention and firefighting equipment, and smoking regulations. Also covered is medical and first aid emergencies, the location of relevant facilities, personnel, policies and procedures, organisational strategies such as alcohol and drug policy. Another component of training covers the requirements and effectiveness of personal protective equipment. This may also address the company's 100% fall protection prevention strategies, manual handling and back injury prevention strategies, lead awareness and heat stress awareness programs. Orientation may also include compliance or specialised training, such as, but not limited to, confined space entry requirements, permitting and trade licences, for example as required by electricians, site-specific standard operating procedures and rules, and first aid or CPR training. Finally, inductees may also be made aware of reporting lines, the basic work week and operating hours, toolbox safety meetings, disciplinary practices, general site amenities, and other general housekeeping matters. This is followed by specific on- and off-the-job training that aims to inform workers on safety requirements and practices. Training also continues throughout the employment of staff because training has to cover many issues. Plus, things change over time, including practices and procedures, individual staff responsibilities, and so on. Ongoing implementation is also conducted with weekly meetings where new developments and practices are highlighted. These meetings may also reinforce and refresh regular expected practices and procedures. At some places, these are called toolbox meetings. It's during regular meetings like these that the workforce is consulted on matters of safety, especially if these meetings encourage open communication and are informal. With all staff present, they're a logical place to discuss changes to and improvements to work practices and safety. Workplaces may also encourage written comments. At some wind farms, these are referred to as observations on safety and may include observations on unsafe equipment, processes, events, behaviours and so on. The aim is for these issues to be taken into consideration and/or investigated by middle management and higher. Many organisations are introducing mechanisms for reporting desired or good behaviours and events. These encourage proactive behaviours in staff. Observations may be tabled at monthly meetings that the safety reps may have with management. Following investigation of these, corrective actions would be taken, then reviewed as per the organisational policy. Another forum for discussing safety matters, but which relate directly to a specific task, is called a pre-start meeting. These meetings are usually conducted immediately before the beginning of the task and highlight specific issues related to that task. Sometimes a pre-start meeting is done at the beginning of every day. This has two benefits. It highlights the day's activities and gives staff an overview of site-based activities that are occurring that day. Monitoring WHS management effectiveness is performed by a number of mechanisms, which can include closed-loop, statistical data recording and reporting, internal and external auditing of processes and procedures, creation and maintenance of risk registers, and other strategies.